guys, Rick Shaw here on the 2nd of July 2022. 4th is coming up soon. I got a live tomorrow morning. I've been getting with this shoulder, I don't know if you can see that, but I took a spill, landed on my elbow, but it bruised it up front here. That's how bad it got jocked out. Having a hard time. I can raise my hand up on from my elbow, but I can't raise the arm up yet. Same thing happened to me about a year and a half ago. I pulled something in here, and it just took 6 months for it to heal completely. And I think this is going to be the same thing. But like my mother said, always look on the bright side. And the bright side of it is, boy, am I having a lot of dreams now, more than I have in the last 5 years, because this shoulder keeps waking me up. So I'm getting to remember some of the dreams I have. So pretty good ones, I guess. But I was watching the news a little bit. I seen Hillary came out and made a statement about, if the Supreme Court's gonna, do this thing and allow the states to have the voting thing. As soon as I see this woman's against something, I'm automatically for it, guys. They're wanting to steal things. We got a pretty good breeze. I'm glad this fuzzy muff, I hope it's working good. But these people that are still in power and shouldn't be, it's just crazy. I see the courts ruling California's going to go against their thing about the firearms. They push some stuff back, so they're going to go against it anyway. Just by saying you're of good character, they could come up and say one day that, oh, you're conservative, that you're not of good character. That could happen just easy. But these guys, they're still making a big fuss about Roe versus Wade. But if you ask me, they're the ones who caused it. They're caused it to be turned over by pushing this. They go way too far. And personally, everybody's getting tired of it. They say that it's 60% of the country wants it. I doubt that. That's the biggest pile of crap. Maybe 6%. They just threw a zero on there, or they didn't see the decimal point. I don't know. But it's a pile of crap, guys. What the heck would you want to kill a baby for? I did see a guy, though. He was out on the street in front of one of these Planned Parenthood. What a name for the place. But he was out in front of that, and he actually talked this woman out of it. They don't send you anywhere else but to these places. And I'll be honest, there's so many other ways to go. I know so many people can't have children that just would die to have a kid. But these government bureaucrats get in there and they don't want to give them to them. They'll give them to somebody who's a sicko, but they won't give them to some people who would really love them and raise them up. Hey, there's our little Dobie. Hey, Dobie, how you doing, buddy? Oh, he's a beauty. Look at him. He's a beauty. Hi, buddy. He's kind of friendly. He was out walking the other day. I was petting him up. He's going to be a good one, but if he keeps getting held in there like that and not loved up, he'll get like that black dog up front. That dog gets out, he's going to do some damage. That's all there is to it. But we got our little babies walking with us. This one stays with us. This one too. She's getting some hair on that bad spot. We've been putting the medicine on there from the vet. Plus I have some sulfur stuff. Some sulfur salve, and I put that on there. I put a little bit of caspasium around on the hair so she won't lick it off. But it's starting to grow hair back, so hopefully she's going to be all right on that. I don't know what caused that. Somebody said vaccine injury, and I can buy that. But they're doing pretty good. There's a construction site over here. This one, Wes and I have been watching this one going up, and it's I don't know. Seems kind of funny, but Wes, I guess he's not feeling too well. We all went through something. Mumu went through it first. He went through where he just was lollygagging all day, and then he'd get warm and then cool off and warm and cool off. And then yesterday, Dorothy went through it. I don't feel 100%. I just lost all desire to get up and do anything today. Of course, I'm not sleeping. I haven't been sleeping good last 3-4 nights with this shoulder. But I hope this eases up. It is getting better than when the first couple nights. It's somewhat better. It's just when you're laying down and try to get up, holy cow, you need that. You need that arm. that's for sure. But we are having a beautiful day. I love this breeze. We had the Flyboys were out this morning, 9 of them, doing their formations and stuff. They flew over for a few hours, and they're staying in pretty good formation. They're getting their training. I did see somebody on there. The United States had given 2 of those planes to the Philippine government a while back, and somebody made a remark, oh yeah, give them that crap. And it's like, you don't give a new pilot an F-16 fighter. You just don't. You give them a plane that they can learn to fly in and learn the rules. That's not going to be too dangerous. It's just like, I remember the one woman I know, her son nagged for a bike. He nagged for a bike. Well, so she finally gives in. He's going to college, and she buys him a Suzuki 1000. And, of course, he nearly killed himself in intensive care for quite a while. That was one. You don't give a kid just because he wants it and is a crybaby. You give him something little. Let him learn how to ride before he gets himself in trouble. And this kid got himself in trouble. And he's another one of them kids I don't think he'll ever work now. He's just going to cry the blues that he's injured. And, hey, he's injured. He'll never be able to work now because his mommy bought him a bad motorcycle. It's just crazy. But these guys are learning to fly. I've been watching them. They seem to be doing pretty good. And Philippines, they need a strong Air Force. We got our new guys in here. They swore him in. I hope that everything goes well for him, and that he does a good job for this place, for his people. I'd be really happy to see that, and because it affects us too. It affects all of us guys that live here, and I hope they don't go back to the same stuff they did the last couple of years with this convict baloney. Time will tell. I'd like to see all this stuff, everything just get gone again. Just get rid of it all. There's too much stuff coming out. Doctors coming out saying it was baloney in the first place. And, I was thinking that right from the beginning. That's all there is to it. People get sick, and then when they put them in and they give them resmetifor or whatever the heck that's called, and they start putting them on a ventilator, that's the last ditch, I would think. Holy cow. So I don't think a lot of these people were as sick as they claim. We got another one going right here. This one's starting. You see how close they put them up? I'm going to like it. They're going to start this one next to us very soon. And that'll be kind of cool. The lots aren't very big. I believe these are 80 square meter. They're not very big, but this is one that'll be going up. And the one I'm looking forward to getting put up is this one here, because it's going to block off that side, and we can do away with the tarps for the rain. And once we get that done, I would like to put a canopy or some sort of a good awning, something strong that can take the wind, so we can have a proper garage, and then we'll close this end off where the house starts. You see, it goes like mine. It'll stop way back there, so we'd like to put maybe some sort of a window type thing. I call them prison windows. Maybe get one of those fit in there, and have that so we can close it up and keep that dry in there. The kids got all their bikes and stuff, and if we push them up underneath the canopy, it makes it too small. Our garage isn't for a car. Something, I never really had a garage that I kept my car in. I always left my cars out. I remember in the wintertime, you'd see people that bought a car and they drove it in the winter and they put it in their garage. Well, then it melts and that salt and cinders just starts the corrosion, where if you leave it out, it's frozen. Plus your battery. I've seen people where they start their car in the warm garage, and then when they get to work, when they go to leave work, their battery's dead. So if you're going to have a winter beater, keep it out. Keep it out all the time and have a real good battery. I know it's summertime not to think of that, but winter will be coming back again. And I'm liking all this stuff I've been seeing a lot of stuff on the global warming. And now there's something up in Greenland or something. Now the ice is increasing still. The summer thaw hasn't hit, so it's getting bigger. They're going to try to use everything in their arsenal to twist the news for us to try to say it's all this global warming, and that stuff right there, that's the biggest pile. That's the biggest pile of stuff I've ever heard of. I remember when I was real young, it was global cooling, and we were going to go into this big ice age, and then we had some hot summers. So then they changed it to global warming, and that didn't work either, because then we had some real cold winters, and then all of a sudden, boom, now it's climate change. Well, as long as I've been alive, it's changed. And I got had some photos I had on Telegram where they show, somebody found pictures. They say the oceans are going to rise and all this kind of stuff. And they found pictures of different places in like the 1900s, 1880s, 90s, like that. And what's happening with them is now they go back to the same place and they take a picture and the water level's the same, guys. Except for tides maybe, but if this ocean rise was on something, wouldn't the Statue of Liberty be up to her armpits by now, from what I'm understanding from these people? And it's always, oh yeah, well, the world will be destroyed in 10 years. They were saying that back in the 70s, guys. They were pulling that crap, and they just keep hitting you with it. And they teach these kids. I watched a young college girl talking to a fellow about, different things that were going on, and her arguments were was so demented. And the dude up on the stage was pretty cool. He was trying to help her, and then all of a sudden she's saying, well, you can't really speak on this because you're not a, you're not a criminologist, and you're not this, and you're not a lawyer, and these people, they never heard of common sense, and they don't have it. They definitely don't have any common sense, because all they do is they go to their college and they indoctrinate them with what the college wants them to know, and then they're these little miniature robots that can't think for themselves, and they live their whole lives like that. They call them Karens, and you see some of these Karens, and some of them are pretty old too. Watching them, and it's really freaky. It's really freaky how bad some of them can get. But this is the world we're living in right now. There's not much we can do about it. It doesn't seem so. No matter what you do, some of these folks you can't talk to. I don't know why. I can listen to something and hear somebody talking about something, and I don't have to believe it or anything like that, but I am not going to get in his face about it if that's what he wants to believe. But I get people all the time getting in my face because I think the earth is flat. I'm serious. That's my opinion. I can have it if I want, but boy, I get some people. I had one guy, how do you talk to this guy again? Okay. This is the stuff you run into. I had another guy who was saying, I don't buy into these, the moon landings. I don't. And there's some people, pretty smart people I know, educated people that they buy into. I don't, though. Now, some of the adults in the room, they're fine with it. They let me believe what I believe, and they don't hate me for it. But you get some of these youngins, these college graduates, oh my, you should be in an insane asylum. That's what I had one of them tell me. They should take you away, and they should take your kids off of you. Yeah, that's how these people think. And don't think they're going to get rabid. They're going to get worse. They're going to find any reason they want to take your kids, because this is all stuff. These kids are being sacrificed to this Moloch. This is what they're doing now, and they're going to empower these people to do this kind of stuff, because they're going to get into government jobs. There ain't no other jobs going to take them, because they're not going to be able to produce anything. So the government will take them, because they're just flunkies that'll do what the government tells them to do. And that's a sad case, but that's the way it's been going for most of my life, and it's a royal shame. But just some thoughts for today. Don't forget to pray for each other, and this is Rick Shaw out.